Hello, welcome once again to another tutorial in Let's Code Essentials. In this particular tutorial, we are going to talk about how to add your navigation to your website. So in the previous websites that we actually built, or in the previous series, which is just ended a part one of the series, we didn't actually talk about navigation. I said we'll talk about that later. So in the recent video I did on the fastest way to build a website, you can see that we created this website. We bought something from the App Store and actually created this website, which we actually hosted. So now what I want to do is add my navigation to this. As you can see, you have undefined here. The reason why I normally have undefined here is because probably you've not defined your navigation yet. So we are going to go ahead and define it. Now to create a navigation for your website, what you have to do is create a block, okay, and add the node hook to the block. So you go to the available nodes, just look for hook, double click it and add it to the block. As you can see, it's added. Now there are a lot of settings here you can select from. For navigation, just select navigation and that's it. That's all you need to select navigation, and it's going to pull in your navigation. Now let's go to our navigation settings and define our navigation so that we can pull it into our application. Now what we are going to do next is go to the website panel, go to training website, and then we go to navigation settings. We are going to double click this. Once we double click it, it should bring our navigation settings up so that we can edit the settings for our website. So the first thing you probably want to do is just determine the type of navigation you are building. I'm building the normal navigation, and we have the sliding, we have the full screen navigation. For now, let's just stick to normal navigation. Now I'm going to add my navigation items, what I need to add. And for the kind of website, let's go back to the website, let's take a look. For the kind of website I'm building, if I'm making this a one-page website, so I just have my projects, about me, and then contact. That's all. So I'm just going to need three of those over there. So let's go ahead. Let's add them. So projects. Now the title and information is for you to actually know what the page is about. So page about project. It doesn't really matter what you write there. These three are important. So the first page name is what's going to show on the website. So I'm just going to say projects, and the page that is going to link to. So in this case, if we have created a page called projects, we can just put it in here. And remember that when you're creating pages, you have to basically make sure that the name of the page is in lowercase with no spaces and hyphens. So I'm just putting the projects there. It's going to link to this projects page. If you've not created a page already, it doesn't really matter. You can just put the name there and create it later. Then the parent aspect of the navigation is used to put these links that you are creating under other links. So for example, if you are creating a drop down menu and you have the main link, maybe about us, and under it you want to have, when you hover your mouse over the about us, under it you want to have something like our history, our team, blah blah blah, and all that. You can put the name of the parent element. If it's a parent or it's just going to stand alone, just put a hash in there. This is going to stand alone, so I don't need to put a parent in there. So I'm just going to put hash there and then click add navigation. So my navigation item has been added. I'm just going to add now about. I'm just going to write about here so that we can just go. Just going to repeat this whole thing and we go ahead. Then the last one will be contact us. Let's say contact. Okay, now contact and hash. Add. So we are done with adding our navigation items. Okay, now that we have our navigation items added, I would want to go back to my website and pull it in. But before I do that, I'll probably want to add in an element or reload this particular page. So I'm going to reload the page and have my page rebuilt for me now, or probably you can just click on this button to just reload your design. Okay, so now that we are done with this, what you can see is that we have our navigation items over here. And we are going to talk about how to edit the colors of the navigation item in just a moment. Now you realize that this is supposed to be a one-page website. So what I need to do right now is to link these pages, these links to each of the contacts, each of the sections of the website. So what I need to do is select this section. Once I select the section name will appear down here. All I need to do is just select this, copy it. I have Notepad, right? I'm just going to build my sections. Then I go down to the next section. I click on it to load. Then we copy the name of the section. I'm putting it down in Notepad. Okay. Then lastly, I'm just going to copy the name of the last section. Okay. Now that it's loaded, I just copy it and then I put it in my notepad. The importance of this is I'm going to link each of those links to those pages, to those sections actually. So now let's go back to my navigation settings. What I need to do is just go to my notepad and start copying the sections that I saved. So I copied the first section, which was for the project. I put a hash in front, then I type the name of the section. Okay. Then I go to the next. Let's copy this one. I press Shift and we put it there. We save. Then we select all clear. Shift hash. Let's copy the last one and then let's put it inside there. And that's done. Once you do this, the application knows that it's a one-page website, so you don't need to worry. Just put in the name there and then you can just close your settings. And let's go back to our design. Now that we have created all that, let's publish our design and let's upload it so that we can see the changes that we've just added. The website uploaded. Let's go to, I have it inside here, so I'm just going to refresh it. So it uploaded. Let's refresh. Okay, so after publishing our page and pushing it out there, this is what we have. Our design has been created for us and we have our navigation items. So in the next tutorial, we are going to talk about how to change the color and the font size, whatever, of all the navigation items. Also, we are going to make this navigation follow us as we go down the page, especially for one page websites. It's very, very important that your navigation is always at the top or is handy so that you can use it whenever you need to.